Wait, do you ever get that terrible, sinking feeling that the people around you are constantly judging you? You walk into a room and your mind immediately goes to work. You assume everyone is staring, analyzing your posture, and wondering if your outfit looks completely weird. Or you finish a simple conversation, and 30 minutes later you are still replaying the tape. You cringe at a joke that didn't land, agonizing over what they must think of you now. You move through your day as if you are on a stage, performing for an audience that is actively taking notes on every single mistake you make. Then night comes. You lie in bed trying to sleep, but your brain refuses to shut down. An awkward memory from 3 years ago surfaces out of nowhere. You take tiny, insignificant missteps from earlier in the day and magnify them until they feel like massive failures. This geometric map illustrates a psychological quirk called the spotlight effect. Your brain assumes you are the glowing center of the network, and all the surrounding nodes, other people, are projecting their attention directly onto you. Running this software is exhausting. It leaves you perpetually trapped in a loop, asking yourself why you seem so uniquely awkward, flawed, and anxious compared to the rest of society. But here is the statistical reality that breaks the spell. You are absolutely not the only person experiencing this. That guy who briefly made eye contact with you when you walked into the room, he didn't notice your posture. His internal monologue is entirely occupied by his own insecurities about his appearance. And the person you were talking to earlier, they barely registered your clumsy joke because they were too busy overthinking their own life choices and hoping they sounded smart. A crowded room feels intimidating, but in reality, it is just a collection of individuals, all secretly projecting their own imaginary audiences that simply do not exist. This pie chart maps egocentric bias. We dedicate massive mental energy to ourselves, leaving a razor-thin sliver for acquaintances. When applied to a population, the math changes. Mass public judgment dissolves, because each person is locked inside their own heavy center of gravity. This creates a widespread social blindness. Your peers are expending so much processing power on their own behavior that they are virtually incapable of noticing your minor flaws. While you think people are busy noticing you, they are actually just too busy noticing themselves. And yet, even knowing that the crowd is indifferent, your suffering hasn't stopped. You still wake up and inflict heavy self-judgments on yourself. You look in the mirror and decide you aren't adequate, actively punishing yourself for failing to meet an impossible standard of perfection. The external world is indifferent to you, but your internal mind is intensely hostile. You have become your own most active, unrelenting critic. Strangers on the street aren't destroying your confidence. The psychological damage caused by your own internal monologue vastly outweighs any real or imagined judgment from the outside world. No amount of external validation can fix an internal lack of acceptance. If you are constantly waiting for the crowd to give you permission to feel okay, you will never actually reach it. Accepting yourself changes how you hear the world. A stranger's opinion only has weight if it confirms a doubt you're already holding against yourself. You begin to realize that every single person walking past you is the main character of their own distinct, completely disconnected story. So the next time you catch yourself overthinking, remember the math. People simply do not think about you as much as you think about yourself.